Hey, welcome to our episode of Chad's Beer Reviews, doing yet another beer that I got from BeerDrop.com. This is just called Brews Double, Belgian style double. It's kind of redundant. 7.8 ABV, a classic made with local ingredients, dark and malty with toffee, toast, and dried fruit notes. Its soft texture and dry finish make it easy to drink despite its alcoholic strength. No canning date on here, although it does say 63. If that's a Julian date, that would be like early March. So we get it into the Spiegel tulip glass. It looks brown coming out of the can, but once I get into the glass, it's a beautiful shade of mahogany or cherry kind of red. Get about a thumb of kind of a dark tan foam on there. Let's give it a whiff. Okay, yeah, I mean, pretty classic Belgian fruity aromas. Actually, kind of, you know what it reminds me of? It kind of reminds me more of like a doppelbock than an actual Belgian double. Because it has that really malty but also fruity aroma, and it's not so much in the esters and the phenols. Yeah, to me it's very fruity, but it's lacking that spice. Like, I mean, you tend to get like a little bit of peppercorn or rye or something from Belgian yeast. Little bit of like maybe like that perfume kind of character, but yeah. So I mean, it's kind of like cherry, plum, fig, something like that. But it doesn't strike me as being like super aromatic. It just strikes me as being like, yeah, pretty typical Belgian, but it doesn't smell the same as like a Chimay or Rochefort or something like that. So let's dive in. Cheers. What strikes me, the first thing I noticed on the first sip of this beer is that the mouthfeel is surprisingly light on this. I don't mean like Bud Light light. I mean like just lighter than it should be. Usually these the Belgian doubles and especially the quads are, medium full to straight up full. And I would put this at like medium, maybe even medium light. It just strikes me as being light because it's light for the style. As far as the flavors on here, it's pretty standard Belgian flavors. Just mostly dark fruits, dried fruits, but the intensity is very low. Like I said, it kind of tastes like a watered down Chimay red. It just does not have that intensity. I think a lot of that has to do with probably the yeast character, because I am just not getting like those popping like in your face, in your nose esters and phenols that you tend to get like with real trappist, Belgian doubles and things like that. I will say that the body is very, very smooth. I think a lot of that has to do with like the kind of low carbonation. Usually these Belgian beers, you kind of like burping between each sip. This one I can just suck down. It kind of reminds me, like, has like the body of like a British pub beer or something like that. Might even go as far as to call it like creamy, at least as far as the texture. So yeah, 7.8 ABV. Not getting alcohol on here at all. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just, I think a lot of the fermentation has come a long way. Or, maybe I'm just, after, so many thousands of beers that I've had, it's like you got to get like 8 or 9% before the ABV like really makes itself known, like in the, as far as heat or taste or aroma. And I really don't get that on any of those. I don't get any of those on with this beer. This, to me, this tastes like somebody's homebrew. And this was somebody's homebrew, I'd be like, it's a pretty good Belgian double. I think if I was scoring to spec, it's 30 to 35. I don't think I can go higher than that. And so as far as scoring this one, as far as, grade, I just go by my Untappd score. And to me, this is like, I think it's like a 3.25, maybe 3. It's okay. And I kind of, right on a bit of a curve because, I got this on beerdrop.com. By the way, link in the description below. Use my code. You're going to get $10 off your first purchase and let them know that I sent you. So I'm thinking 3, maybe 3.25. By the way, this is a good time for me to plug my Untappd and my Instagram, because sometimes I change my review by a quarter or even a half of a star between now and when I actually sit down to write the review, even though it's only a few hundred characters. So Yeah. But I was gonna say, I got this on BeerDrop, and I paid about $7 for this can and all the other cans in the case. So it doesn't taste to me like a $7 beer. It tastes something about a $3 beer. So, all right, I am rambling as always. If you watch all the way in, you're awesome. Thanks for watching. I'll see you for Tuesday Night Beer School. Cheers.
Somebody brewed it. Chad just reviewed it. Thanks for watching Chad's Beer Review. Trust me, the next episode will be a lot better.